Okay. What's going on, guys? My name is Bryant, also known as that journaling guy, and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about like something that I struggle with, essentially. And if you're watching this video, you probably struggle with it too, and it's the over planning, like the how much we over plan for stuff. Like, you have no idea the amount of videos and ideas and scripts that I have planned out is ridiculous. Like, if I actually went through with any of my plans, I would have a YouTube channel by this point. So yeah, it's something that's affected me forever. But like, that's the thing, I love to plan. Like, I love to plan. Like, if I could get a job planning something, I probably would love it. I'd probably do it. Not like a wedding like coordinator and stuff like that. That's not me. But I want to talk to you guys a little bit about over planning. Let's say you've been wanting to start a business, you've been wanting to start a YouTube channel, but there's a lot of things that can happen when you start planning too much, and that's what I'm here to talk to you about. Over planning doesn't lead to action, and that's a really big point I want to make. You know, you have this idea in your head that the more you plan, the more successful you're going to be, the more prepared you're going to feel. But there comes a point where it just stops being productive. Like, you just aren't doing anything in order to put this plan into action. And that's something that I've struggled with a lot. Was I would plan the hell out of videos. I would plan the hell out of like ideas for like my Instagram and, you know, these big grand ideas, and then they would just die on the paper or the iPad or wherever I was planning it. I plan everywhere, honestly. And just planning too much kind of makes you feel a certain way. And the big thing that I wanna emphasize is that it gives you a false sense of productivity. You know, I'm gonna be honest, there's days where I've planned like a podcast that I do with my best friend, or there's days where I've planned videos for this channel and I've just kind of called it a productive day. I'm like, I planned, I did it, that's productive, right? But no, it was a false sense of productivity, because I didn't have anything to show for it. I didn't do anything to it. It's in my notes right now, you know? So the false sense of productivity is huge. Like, it's a big like factor into why over planning is a problem. Be very careful when you plan. We'll get into like how to stop over planning, or some steps you could take in order to stop over planning, but we'll get to that towards the middle of the video. So what else? What else is wrong with over planning? Well, the thing is, when you over plan, you do it step by step. You realize that if you don't follow it, a lot of people who over plan tend to be perfectionists. We tend to like try to make the best piece of content, the best business venture, the best idea. Like, we're perfectionists. And that's the problem. We try to make the best. What happens is when you make such a detailed plan, even when like traveling, you know, it makes you very inflexible. There's no room for error when you over plan. And the problem is when you do that and you don't do it line by line exactly how you planned, or things just don't go to plan, because let's be honest, they rarely ever do. You kind of just like get upset, like you're dissatisfied, you're anxious when things don't go that way, and it just prevents a lot of like adaptability problems. When I plan trips, especially, I try not to be too rigorous with my planning. I do a lot of like bullet points of places we want to go during the day, and kind of map out the best way to get to all these places sequentially. Other than that, I don't do from like, all right, 11 to 2, we're gonna eat lunch, 2 to 2:30, we'll be on the train, 3 to 4, we're gonna be doing this. I try not to plan my trips like that. And now I'm actively trying not to do that with a lot of things. Another thing about over planning is when you over plan, you overthink the plan. You overthink the situation that you're planning for, and you overthink things, and overthinking things leads to stress, and stress leads to like anxiety, and you start becoming anxious about putting your plan into action, because what if things don't go the way you planned, and now you're stressed out, and stress isn't good for anybody. Like, you're making a mistake. It's gonna hurt you in the end. The point of planning is to make you feel secure. It's supposed to make you feel more prepared. It's supposed to make you feel like Like, you can have the situation under control regardless of what happens. Okay, if you start like planning for every little contingency, every little problem that arises, that's when the plan kind of starts to crumble. That's when you take too long. And like, a big thing about overthinking what you're planning is maybe overcomplicating the problem, or overcomplicating the plan. And that's something that I have struggled with immensely. So like, for example, I've been wanting to do a video on productivity, and you know, you start doing research and you start realizing there's so many facets of what productivity is, you know, what the world thinks productivity is, what you think productivity is, and it starts getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and it starts becoming more and more complex, and you just overcomplicate it. You just realize that, you know, you don't know shit, and you start getting worried, and you start getting in your head about what you're supposed to be doing and how to attack the problem, or how to go about your plan. Then you just start going too deep into it. So I'm going to try to help you guys start planning more effectively, because effective and efficient planning is vital for maximizing productivity. You do have to plan to an extent. The problem here is that you and me, we think too much about it. We go way too deep. What am I doing? We do it too much. All right, let's talk about a few things that you can do to prevent this from happening, okay? And hopefully these tips help you not do too much. And trust me, I'm Captain Do Too Much and Not Enough. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take in the scope of your project, okay? You want to narrow it to like actionable steps. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to break things down into individual tasks. You're going to kind of, in your head, you're going to realize what the purpose of this task is, what you need to do to fulfill this task. So the task that you are breaking it down to has to be actionable. It has to be something that you can do that's going to further the plan, the grand idea that's going to get you closer to the success that you're looking for, or the, you know, solving the problem that you're trying to solve. Actionable individual steps with a purpose that can be done in a reasonable amount of time. The next step is, once you have these goals, okay, because you've already specified the goals, you've specified the tasks, you've specified the steps that you need to take in your plan. When you've gotten to that point, stop planning, okay? Make an execution stage of your plan. Make sure once you've gotten to the point where you think you can move forward a little bit, execute those tasks and go from there to continue planning. You don't always need to plan for the entire thing. You know, am I making sense? Like, you don't need to always plan to like reach the end goal. Like, let's say my goal is, you know, start a company. Okay, well, the individual steps would be like, you know, get the paperwork, get the funding. You know, these are all individual plans within the greater scope of that plan. But within that plan, within each one of those, there's an actionable step, an execution stage that you're going to do in order to get closer to your goal. So, you know, get the permits. Bam, 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 we're out. We planned what we needed to do. Now we're gonna go out, we're gonna get those things. Funding, you know, get the funding, get people to fund our business. Bam, 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 who we need to talk to, what we need to do. At the end of that planning, the execution stage. Let's go find these people. Let's go talk to these people. Same with like finishing a career path. Let's say you're trying to finish college. You know, you need to complete these classes. What you do for each class, execution stage, you take the classes, you do the test, you progress. You know that you know and understand the greater scope of your plan, but you're breaking it up into stages of execution, because that is pretty much what's going to paralyze your productivity, is if you plan too much and you never do anything to progress your plan. That's like the biggest, that's like the overarching, that's like the theme of this video, is have an execution stage. Have an actionable plan. Have things that you can do that day or the next day, but do it as soon as possible. Okay? If you're planning for a living, congratulations, because that's awesome. I wish I was planning for a living. Do that. Execution stage. You've specified your goals, you've specified your intentions, you know what you're doing. Execution stage, repeat. Now, a huge thing with anything that you're doing, whether it be, you know, losing weight or creating an app, something, seeing progress is important for you to be motivated to continue. Like, motivation is a whole nother thing that we'll get into, but seeing progress, like, is really important for for your motivation, for your mental state, for your well-being in general. You need to be able to see that what you're doing is making an impact or bringing you closer to the goal that you want to get to. Make sure that with those execution stages, you see the progress that's bringing you closer to your goal. So we've all agreed that like over planning pretty much is for the people who are perfectionists. Like, I'm not saying I'm a perfectionist because I'm far from it in terms of actually being perfect. Like, none of my stuff is even near perfect, but in my head, I try to get it to be the best that I can be. Sometimes that leads me to a type of paralysis where I overthink what I'm making, where I overthink what I'm doing, and I just don't think it's at the level that I want it to be, or I think it should be, in order to give you guys the content. Like, for example, mine is like my YouTube videos. It's my YouTube content. I'll overplan it because there's a specific way I want it to look. There's a specific way I want you guys to receive it and the intentionality behind it, and it gets deep. And a lot of the times I don't think it's up to where it needs to be. So stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to plan for every little thing that happens in your plan. Stop trying to make it look perfect. It's about doing it. All right, just get out, do it, make the video, you know, talk to the people, finish the class, whatever you need to do, just do it. It doesn't need to be perfect. You don't need to be an A+ student. You don't need to be a YouTuber with 200,000 subscribers. You don't need to do any of that stuff. Just do it. It doesn't need to be perfect. And I'm still struggling with that myself, but I'm trying my best to kind of work my way through that. Now, I don't know if, I don't know how many of you have actually gone to school. I was a good student in high school, great student. A big reason for that was the fact that we had deadlines, okay? We had due dates, right? But they were almost immediate, you know, homework due the next day, project due in 2 days. Like, they were immediate, and I was successful because those due dates were enforced, and those due dates are pretty much what propelled me forward to succeed. Like, I needed that. Came college, the due dates were way far in between. Like, you know, you have a final project that they tell you at the beginning of the semester, but you have in your head, you're like, oh, I have 3 months to do it. You know, I don't need to do it now. Homework is due once a week, okay? Projects are due maybe every 2 weeks. There are due dates, okay? But try not to make your due dates, because we all need due dates. Try not to make your due dates too far in between, okay? Your execution stages should be implemented within a reasonable time frame, and it's up to you to decide what a reasonable time frame is based on whatever you're planning. But have due dates, have deadlines. Okay, have deadlines of things that need to get done by a certain amount of time in order to finish your goal in a reasonable amount of time. I struggle with that. It's so easy for me to set a deadline and kind of just wave it off if I don't succeed at that deadline, because there's nobody really enforcing it. There's no penalty. There's like, oh, okay, shit, I didn't finish my script this Friday. Guess I'll finish it Saturday. You know, no, you have to take control. You have to enforce the idea of deadlines and due dates. Be like, okay, I need to finish this by this time, or I won't be able to do this to finish this. You know, like, it's all about the mentality. It's all about how you frame your plan in your head. So yeah, well, even when you set up deadlines, you know, like, have somebody that can hold you accountable. You know, a great motivator is paying for something. Let's say you're paying for an online course. Let's say you're paying for a class at a university. Paying for something is a great way to enforce deadlines, because all of a sudden it's not just free to miss out an exam. It's not just free to, you know, it hurts you. It'll hurt your pockets. That's a great way to stay on track. Clarity is super important. You need to understand why you're doing things, the purpose of why you're doing things, how you're going to do things, and how it all fits together. If you can keep that in the back of your mind, the clarity of your plan, while you're in these execution stages of your plan, and you see your little progress, it'll work out a lot smoother, like a lot smoother. That's my video on over planning. You know, it's something I've struggled with and I'm still actively working on. I hope you liked this content. If you did, please leave a like. You could even comment down below how you're working on not over planning. And definitely subscribe if you like more content like this. I'll be having app reviews, journal reviews, bullet journaling tips, all kinds of things. So definitely stay tuned. And if you're here, thank you very much. And I'll see you in the next one.